Hello, everybody. I'm Scott Morton, one of the founders of Warren Area Society of Paranormal. You may have seen me on other videos on this channel, on Facebook or even Twitter. I have been doing this for roughly 10 years now, and so I think I have some tips that might help you get started. So we'll jump right into it. There's a lot of fun and benefits of being part of a team as opposed to trying to start off on your own. One, safety in numbers. There's always going to be a time where you'll need a second person or more in case you're out in a cemetery or an outdoors location where you fall and hurt your ankle or just not able to go back to your vehicle or whatever it may be, however you got there. So it's always the first step is to get a list of friends that you trust. Ones that will not leave you behind if the going gets tough. If you do run into something that's a little bit more scarier, a little bit more darker, they're not gonna hightail it as soon as the first ghost pops out. Because, well, we all need trusting friends. So get a list of 3 or 4 people and and kind of go through and get a hold of them if you haven't already spoke to them about it before. And that should be the first start. That should be step number one. Second tip that I could offer is get a notebook and paper and sit down and set up a list of locations that you're interested in checking out. I would say anything like cemeteries, your friend's home, local urban legends, things that you hear that you're able to go to without any major issues. Cemeteries, of course, you could go during daylight hours or whatnot. Don't be fooled because we have gotten activity during the day in cemeteries just as much as we have at night, if not even somewhat better. So the other things with friends' homes, it's a location if you get freaked out, you can stop. You're not freaking out other people, and you're just able to control the situation a lot better than just going on your own to a new location. Urban legends, we all know them. We've all heard them where we grew up. Places that are reportedly haunted and such, where just everybody just knows about them. Make a list, decide 1 or 2 places that you're thinking of, and then go from there. But that brings me into tip number 3. Get permission to be on any private property. Do not just break and enter. Do not just go willy-nilly into cemeteries at night, because trust me, sooner or later you will be caught. Sooner or later you're going to want to show a video. You're going to want to have reactions to what you caught when you catch stuff. And nothing worse than somebody turning you in. You get a few $100 fine at most. You get a few $100 fine, possibly a night in jail. Just ain't worth it. Contact your local historical society. They usually have information on cemeteries and who to contact. There's plenty of ways to find out who to contact if you want to investigate a place. Tip number 4, pick a few places for you to investigate. Don't just plan on one place, because you might end up going there that night and maybe it's just too busy. Maybe it's closed down for some reason. Just have a few places in mind, so that way you could have fun that night, because that would be very disappointing if you go and you take the time to research and find a place and then just not able to investigate. So a little planning goes a long way. Next tip, number 5, that I could think of would be equipment. Best thing to have is voice recorders, cameras, flashlights if you're going to be out at night, video cameras, and oh, wait a second. You have all that on your phone. You have all that on your phone. So no sense of going out spending all that money on all that high-tech equipment, or, well, voice recorders and flashlights don't need to be high-tech, but still, you have it all on your phone. So why take the time to buy that stuff when you're just starting out, when you have everything you need right in your hand with you 99% of the time? So use your phones for the first couple times, see if you like it, and at that point, if you decide to progress further, go to someplace like ghoststop.com, an affiliate of, so I will leave the link below in the description if it's not already there, if you don't mind, and visit with that link. You can find all kinds of neat things like EMF detectors and such. I would save that kind of stuff after a few investigations, so that way you're not spending hundreds of dollars on stuff that you'll use only once or twice and then it just sits on a shelf for a neat story later on. So this brings up number 6, probably the last tip that I could think of right now. When we started Warren Area Society Paranormal, we agreed at our first meeting, Angel, Lee, and Jay and I, that we would give it a month. After a month of investigating, if we were still happy with each other because we hadn't known each other beforehand, we would choose to continue on with the group or just end it there. Thankfully, 10 years later, we're still a group, still going strong, doing all kinds of fun stuff. So with that being said, sit down, be honest, talk with your friends. If you're still interested in being a group and they're not, think of new friends and repeat these steps. If they want to be part of the group, then the next step is to officially form it, find a neat name, and go from there. And eventually I might end up doing more tips and such, but this is a nice little start. Remember, you don't need to have all kinds of experience. You don't need all the fancy equipment and such to be a team. You don't even need 10 people with fancy titles and all that. Just get a couple friends that you truly trust. Try to obey the law the best you can, and use your phones to start. Trust me, you're going to save yourself a lot of aggravation by doing it that way, as opposed to trying to rush out and put the cart ahead of the horse, as they like to say. So with that, thank you for stopping by. Having a great night, and good luck on your ventures. If you do find this useful and you do start your team, please come back to this video, leave a comment, and let us know your group name and your social media platform so we could check you out and enjoy the fun stuff that you caught as well. With that, have a good night, stay safe, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.